What's going on, everybody? This is Neo. Shout out to Grit Magazine. Keep doing what y'all do, man. Peace and love.
The verdict is in for the Trayvon Martin murder trial, and George Zimmerman has been acquitted of all charges in the case stemming from the high-profile death of the teenager.
Okay, so the verdict just came in, and Officer Darren Wilson was not indicted in the murder case of Michael Brown in Ferguson, Missouri. Obviously, this is what a lot of people have been fearing, and now we can only wonder what's going to happen over the next days, weeks, probably even months. Hopefully, calmer heads will prevail, but the FBI has been warning that violence is coming.
We go now to Ferguson, Missouri, to break up a fifth day of protests following the fatal police shooting of Michael Brown. The unarmed African-American 18-year-old was shot dead on Saturday. Police say Brown assaulted an officer and tried to reach for his weapon. But eyewitnesses say Brown was shot with his arms up as he tried to flee an officer's fire.
Attorney Benjamin Crump, attorney for the family of Trayvon Martin and Michael Brown in Sanford, Florida, and the 13 black women in Oklahoma City who was raped by the white police officer.
So how do you think the Black Lives Matter movement and everything is going since, all the cases and stuff that you conducted?
Well, certainly I think we have work to do because we're losing too many of our children even yet. But the big thing that we all must continue to understand that it is very important the more we make it the primary conversation in America, talking about our children's lives matter too.
Okay. I have a question. I came upon a law, the Fleeing Felon Rule, and I was wondering why is nobody really speaking on that, and do you think that's the reason why all these officers are getting off?
Now that's why we need the Grit Magazine. I'm the past president of the National Bar Association, representing 66,000 black lawyers, judges, and legal professionals, and brothers are fighting those battles, taking it up to the federal courts and trying to get it back to the Supreme Court so we can correct that injustice about you can shoot somebody who's fleeing from you. And the mainstream media isn't covering it. That's why we need our media to cover it.
But do you think that's why all these officers are getting off?
Well, I think the officers are getting off because the system intends to keep the status quo and try to devalue black and brown lives. And so we have to fight, we have to scream, we have to stand up, do everything it takes for our children so that their lives will matter and not be swept under the rug.
Okay, so if that law is changed, that'd be a powerful move in the Black Lives Matter movement.
It'll be an incredible accomplishment, not just in the Black Lives Matter movement, but in the movement for human rights of all children. Yeah. You know, somebody fleeing away from you, the most cowardly thing you can do is shoot somebody in the back. Yeah. So why would we give police the authority to do that to anybody? But they do it to people of color and they get off with it. When they do it to others, they don't get away with it.
So can you, for somebody who doesn't know, can you please explain that law to us?
Yeah, the Fleeing Felon Rule says that if you've committed a felony act dealing with some aspect of violence, now that's the subjective part. They say if you're in a car accident and you start running, then the police have a right to use all necessary force they think justifiable to detain you. That means even shooting and killing you for something as simple as getting in a car accident and fleeing.
Okay, that's what's up. All right, appreciate that. Any final words?
Hey man, we have to fight for our children because if we don't fight for our children, ain't nobody gonna fight for our children.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
All right, Grip.